Howdy, welcome back to the Canameus Mycelium Obliteration Squad, a Dungeons & Dragons campaign right here at Red Digital Studios. I'm Nolan, I'm the DM, and I'm here joined by my friends.
I'm Sam.
We're
Hi.
coming.
I'm playing
We're
Zell
almost there.
Silverpants. Hello.
I'm Thomas, and I'm playing Harid Gun.
And I'm Isaiah, and I'm playing Anton Burmouth.
Icarus would be here, they had some stuff to do, but in their stead we have,
A loyal crow friend.
yeah, so, anyway.
Why would you do that?
Oh no.
It's gonna keep going. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, last time you joined us on the 4th session, Icarus's character, Avery, met a terrible fate because of someone from their past who came back to haunt them. They had sort of betrayed the vow that they made to Rose, who gave them the key, the first key that they needed to the center of the planet, where the infection is spreading from. They were chosen to find the source of the infection, and now they are on a boat with a pirate with a super cool eye patch that nobody has ever complained about or said looks stupid. And that's where we are. So, the three of you, you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean. What's going on?
Where are we going again?
We're going to Ennicone, I believe.
Ennicone.
Ennicone. Sometimes I
Ennicone.
forget the vowels on things. You know. Oh man, this is.
Oh, the camera was not supposed to come back to me. Anyway.
In the meantime, weather's looking lovely today.
The weather's looking real good.
Good day for sailing. Not that I do much sailing.
Yeah, no, I don't know
used
much
to
about
back
that.
in the day.
Well,
But
Oh really? Where'd you say you were from again? It occurs to me that we've never taken the time and actually
Get to
introduced
know
ourselves
each
to each other
other.
more than the
I don't know, we're
absolute
just-
elementary details. Where are you originally from?
well, same place as you actually.
Oh, really? So we're both having somewhat of a homecoming today, then.
oh my
Suppose so.
god.
Interesting.
We got
Very
bad
interesting.
memories, but
Man, no, they're not great. They're not great.
It's gonna be
But-
fine.
Ennicone is not the best.
we've got to face
Bad
it.
blood there.
Well. Sorry.
No, it's okay. What, did you have something to say?
Oh no.
Okay. So Lucius, the satyr pirate who you were invited onto the boat by, is going to come from his quarters and greet you guys. Hey guys, how's it going? I just took a nap. You still doing all right on the boat?
Doing all right so far.
Nobody's seasick.
Oh.
No. I
Really
mean, I'm
hungry.
feeling a little down. Haven't really eaten anything in a couple of days, but
Oh, we've got tons of food downstairs.
well,
Is
Yeah.
it like good? Well,
Yeah.
well, you just got stocked. Well, I don't know what
Yeah, I
I'm
mean we
saying.
just stocked up. We got plants and we got there's fish in here and out there if you guys know how to fish.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I can just kind of, you know.
All right.
Yeah, that might work. But yeah, I mean if you guys are hungry, we can take you down and get you some food. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
down
going
for a
down.
meal.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go down to the middle deck of this ship, and everybody roll me a perception check.
I was gonna ask if I could do that.
I'm gonna move this.
Oh, that wasn't.
book. That's rough. That's real rough.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yep.
Okay, you're seeing everything.
Saying everything.
So the boat that you are on is a 3-tiered galleon. It has 3 masts and 3 decks. It's large and it's built of sturdy wood, and it looks like it's not a new ship, but it's a ship that's been taken very good care of. On the side of the ship, the name is painted in kind of swirly, pretty red paint. The name of the ship is the Servant's Heart, and the 3 masts are, the sails are now fully down, and they are dyed a very pretty, almost royal-looking red. The wind is hitting the mast perfectly. You guys are sailing at full speed. At this point, you've been on the boat for about 5 hours, so you're about halfway to Ennicone. On the top of the middle mast, the crow's nest, the area where a lookout lives, there's a Aarakocra man, or just an Aarakocra person, with red and blue feathers and a yellow beak. It's a parrot. They have not spoken to you. They have not moved very much at all. They've had a eyeglass to the horizon, and not much other movement. Above the top deck, there is the captain's quarters. The door is shut and seemingly locked because only Lucius has been in there. Above that, there is the capstan, I believe is the name of the funny pirate wheel. And it seems to be moving almost on its own. You've heard some rumblings of other people on the ship, and it sounds like there are about 5 people here. The only one that you've had an interaction with so far is Lucius, who is now leading you down to the middle deck. The middle deck, as does the top deck, I should have mentioned this, has a row of about 5 cannons on each side.
Okay.
And there's not a whole lot on the middle deck. There's some cots for sleeping. And then in sort of towards the back, there's a kitchen, a well-equipped kitchen. Lots of pots, pans, and cupboards full of food. There are fish hanging on drying racks, and they're fish that you're familiar with, but there's also some sort of framed fish that are just a little weird looking, real trophy fish type things. And I just remember what the eye patch was saying. I saw it out of the corner of my other eye, so I was
You look great.
Thank you, I know.
Okay.
But anyway, and then from the bottom deck, the one below you that you haven't been to yet, you hear 2 people talking. But anyway, for food, what would you guys like to eat? Because they've got pretty much whatever. Lucius is not very good at explaining things, but they've got pretty much whatever.
Is there anyone else in the middle deck?
Middle deck, no.
Just
you
us?
can see people's stuff in barrels next to cots, but there's no evidence of people yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Is there any? You said there's pretty much anything. So is there any like fruit or anything like that?
Yeah, there's fruit that you would find at seaports. There's lots of bananas.
Okay.
Fun fact, pirates used to eat bananas with the skin on because they have lots of nutrients in them, and if you don't want scurvy, you have to have lots of nutrients.
I thought they had like citrusy fruits.
Yeah, so citrusy fruits had like vitamin C, which is what you need mostly, but they would just like nutrient max. Like they would do whatever they could.
You know, I mean, when you're on the water, you don't know when you're gonna get food next. Got to do whatever you can.
Exactly, you gotta eat the peel.
Oh.
Got to eat the peel.
Well, get me a fish and some banana peels.
All right, just the peels?
Banana peels?
Only the
yeah, I
peels?
mean, I'm just gonna like chew on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Something to snack on there, Anton?
Something to snack on. Keep
Just macking on
Yeah.
a banana peel. How is that? I might try that if it's
yeah,
good.
you should.
Okay, so
can I just not have the banana peels? I'll just have the fish.
just the fish?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. What would I roll to investigate and see if there's anything wrong or seemingly suspicious about this? About the fruit?
Investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so without a shred of judgment or doubt, Lucius will unpeel, or I guess peel, two bananas, set the actual bananas aside, and hand you the peels.
I'm gonna take one, put it in my pocket,
Oh
and
my
I'm gonna
God.
rip off a tiny piece, put the rest in my pocket, and just kind of chew on it on the
All
side of
right.
my mouth.
And then he's going to fillet 2 fish and put them in a skillet to cook.
Yes.
So I rolled an unnatural 20 on
Dirty
that,
20.
for the investigation. Is there anything suspicious about these? Specifically, like fruit, anything that would be fresh, like perishable items, anything off about them at all?
One of the bananas had like a little small brown spot, but that's really it.
Okay.
And if
okay.
you're not like a weirdo, you still eat the brown spot of the bananas.
It's the same.
Okay.
Tastes the same.
And we're not weird, so.
No.
Yeah, no, you guys are the most normal people.
Yeah.
You just put a banana peel in your pocket. You're pretty normal.
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saving it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be weird to have
But
it
at least
all
they eat
now.
the brown spot.
Yeah.
I guess.
No discrimination. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just upon realizing that nothing's like poisoned or out of the ordinary, I'm just gonna eat some fruit, eat some, I don't know, bread. What do cowboys eat?
That's my favorite fruit.
Bread is my favorite fruit.
Do we know where Lucius is from? Was that revealed to us?
I don't believe he said anything, but you
Okay.
can
Yeah, can I
ask.
ask him now while he's like cooking up
Yeah.
some fish and banana?
Yeah, okay.
Cooking a banana.
Yeah, I don't really remember. My earliest memories are on the servant's heart, so I'm pretty sure DeLejo, DeLejo's the captain. I didn't even introduce you guys. I mean, we're all kind of the captain, but he's like the captain.
Yeah, I believe that just a little bit ago you also made us captains. Not even in an honorary way. You just straight made us captains, and we told you where to go, and we started going. So is everyone a captain?
So you just said. You just said everyone's a captain.
Okay, all
I
right.
mean, if you guys are all right with that, I know it's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure.
no, I
Takes a very mature and well put together individual to be a captain. So
I feel little Zelb here may make a fine captain out of himself.
What?
Oh, okay.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Very kind indeed.
It was a compliment.
Oh, thank you.
I meant to mean it in a
I'm
kind and endearing way.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not totally sure where things really started for me, other than like my earliest memories. I was about 5 or 6 years old when DeLejo picked me up, and I've basically just been his like honorary son, but since then, so.
Okay.
Everyone else is
life on the.
What did you say the name of the main captain, Delia?
DeLejo, yeah.
DeLejo.
How would one spell that name?
I do not know how to spell.
I understand.
Above table though, Dilejo.
Could you repeat that?
Yep, Dilejo.
Dil.
EJO.
Why is this so hard for me? J-O. Okay, thank you.
E-J-O.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, I'm a little slow with the reading and the writing
It's canon now.
and the maths. I'm not very good at most things.
I got it from Icarus.
Yeah.
It really helps.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace.
Summer
Honestly.
bummer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, this fish ready?
Oh my God. You see, there's a little bit of smoke in the air.
That's how I like it. So.
And with
Slightly burnt.
a bare hand, Lucius is going to reach into the skillet and take the fish out.
oh my God.
And he's not even going to mind the fact that he just totally burned his hand. But anyway, your guys' food is ready. A little crispy, but ready.
You okay?
No, yeah. Why would I not be okay?
We just.
Yeah, but I did it to help you guys. So.
I mean, can I heal? Can I heal for that?
There's really no need to heal him. He didn't like take any damage or anything.
Good. I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Okay.
I just want to be okay.
All right. Whatever.
Calm down, Sil.
Whatever.
It's okay. We can relax. The kind captain is helping us out. He declined our help. It's okay.
I was gonna ask about how dealing with the things that are happening with the infection is. How do you deal with that? Because you just kind of let us on board without any suspicion that we might be infected.
Yeah, I mean, usually you can smell the infection on people. I mean, satyr noses are pretty powerful.
Oh, that'll do it.
But even if it wasn't for me, we got a dog on board. Captain Dilejo, yeah, he's a dog dude. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Yeah, no, we knew. Like, yeah, we
Okay.
trust you guys. There's
Okay, that's good. I'm glad.
There's
Alright, well.
no real debate.
So just to check, we smell fine, right?
Yeah.
We smell fine. I don't know
Yeah,
about
we've
like
had-
actually.
We've had a couple of quick
We
scuffles.
smell uninfected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you smell
yeah.
uninfected.
Maybe not well.
I could go for a swim in the ocean real quick, although it'd come out quite salty and rather crispy. You know how it gets in your hair.
Oh yeah.
It's not a good idea to swim around in these parts.
Any particular reason as to why?
Yeah, well, you see, the midsection between Canamace and Ennicone, and really the midsection between Canamace and anywhere, there's a ring around which there used to be an aquatic kingdom, the Water Genasi, who, that name might not sound familiar to you guys because they were essentially wiped out centuries ago. In fact, I wasn't even born when any of this happened. But it's interesting to note that they're all gone, scientifically. Nobody's seen them, but there's murmurs of phantoms and sirens pulling people into the water, which I've never had to deal with because I'm happily married and very, dedicated. But yeah, so
That's always good.
that's part of the reason I offer you guys food is because it's dangerous to be on the top deck around these waters.
Oh.
I mean, I was gonna offer you guys food anyway. You look hungry.
Yeah, we were. Well, I'm
appreciate
glad that we know that. So if you're not like married or in a committed relationship, you're screwed, kinda? How's it work?
Yeah, there are some people who they even are married and they still get caught to sirens, which I think is really embarrassing.
That
Like
would be
imagine
embarrassing.
imagine being the guy who's got to be like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, your husband, he got killed by a siren, and then the wife's like, what do you mean he got killed by a siren? Really terrible imagery there. I cannot imagine doing that. Anyway,
It sounds a little suspicious.
yeah.
I say under my breath. Lucius does not hear that.
Okay.
I say into my handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
But yeah, you guys seem fine. There's been a couple hitchhikers we've picked up that have left us mid-journey for the sirens, but they're I'm sure they're fine.
I'm sure they're living their best life, if you can call it that.
Yeah, they were for a second. Anyway, yeah, terrible story about the water gymnasiums, really.
Yeah, it is. That's really
Whole
sad.
race of people just gone. Anyway, fish is ready.
Thanks.
What would you guys like to do now? You got your food. You've talked to Lucius a little bit.
So we've been on the boat for like 4 or 5 hours,
Yeah.
but we're like halfway there. So we'll probably be there by like night. Because is it like midday or is it evening now?
At this point, I think you guys got on the boat at dusk was falling, so
Oh,
So
it's
it
like
is
nighttime
night.
now.
it's nighttime.
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay, that makes sense why it's a little bit more dangerous.
I might
Yeah,
go to
that
sleep if you have
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
quarters
Can we go to,
available.
like, go to
Yeah, I
bed?
mean there are cots right over there.
You know, if you
Yeah.
have some
Pass
kind
through
of
this,
captain's quarter
skip
available
through
for
this.
us.
Well, the captain's quarters are sort of reserved. We're kind of like a family, and of course I don't want to
Well-
speak for everyone else and say, because I'd tell you you'd be totally fine if it was just my input, but it's not just my input. So
So you said everyone's a captain. There's a captain's quarters. Does the captain sleep in the captain's quarters?
the captain sleeps in the captain's quarters. Yes.
So there is a true captain.
Can we meet
Yes,
the
there's a
true
captain.
captain?
Can we meet the true captain?
Oh, he's busy right now.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, we can meet him in the morning and thank him for his good graces of letting us borrow a quarter here and some food off your quite wonderful ship, I may add.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
quite
you.
beautiful,
We work hard on it.
Good.
It's yeah. If he's okay in the morning, then
Okay.
he's been kind of under the weather. But
Oh.
not
crap.
like that. Not like that. He's not infected. He's fine.
And
It's
Okay.
just some.
if he
some
was,
stuff.
you'd tell us. You can smell it.
I would. Yes.
You
I
can
would-
smell that malarkey from how far away? Miles? A few feet?
Yeah.
Miles
Okay.
few
We're
feet,
at
that's quite
we're
the
at
difference.
we're at sea, so I can smell it from knots away. Is that it? Nautical miles? Is it
Yeah,
knots?
knots.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure that's
speed,
correct.
but regardless.
Whatever,
Yeah,
dude.
same idea.
don't know.
Nautical. I can smell it from nautical miles away. Sure.
Okay, well, I guess where can we stay that's furthest away from the captain's quarters? Because I'm so
Just
scared of
erring
being
on the
sick.
side of caution.
I'm really scared of being sick. Not just like
No.
out of the infection thing,
I
but
really
just
don't wanna get a
generally.
cold.
Yeah, there's. You can take the cots closest to the nose of the ship.
Okay.
Sounds
fine
good
with
to
me.
me.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of stick around a little bit longer and kind of like really slowly eat my food, kind
Okay.
of waiting for you two to leave. I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'll catch up with you guys.
Oh, what are you
kind of
gonna do? Are
thing.
you gonna do something suspicious?
I didn't say that.
Well,
I just wanna finish my
you didn't
food.
deny it, so. All right, let's go, I guess. Because I'm
Yep. Time to go to
slumped.
bed.
I'm slumped. I got kidnapped, and then my friend died all on the
Yeah.
same day. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, that wasn't the same
yeah.
day. That's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
Pretty big day for you.
oh yeah.
Now that is Lucius still with me at this point? Or did
Yeah,
he
he's
kind
still
of-
on the mid deck. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
It's
kind
actually a
of
pretty great deck. I wouldn't call it the mid deck.
a meh kind of deck, you know.
But whatever. You're gonna eat those
Yeah.
words.
I'm gonna go up to him and kind of ask, do we make any stops before our final destination?
This is a very ominously worded sentence, but no, we're not gonna make any stops. I mean, there's nowhere to stop.
Is there any way that you would allow me to leave before the other two when we do arrive?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can get you off a couple minutes before. I mean, I'm gonna have to wake them up because we're gonna be there before they get a full night's sleep. So yeah, we can. Yeah, you'll get first dibs at leaving the
mean-
ship. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you understand, Lucius, wanting to live a simple kind of life
Oh yeah.
as you kind of are here, and frankly, all this world-ending nonsense is kind of getting to be a bit much for me. you know, I've served my time in this world, and I think it's time for me to finally be able to rest and not have to keep fighting all this insane things. I mean, I didn't want to get involved in this in the first place, and I kind of just wanted to do my own thing.
Well, that sounds agreeable to me. As you say this, the key that is around Red Gun's belt, I think, that's where we decided the key was, it begins to glow a dim green color as you have just fulfilled the vow that you made to Rose. You have established a limit for yourself. You get this feeling that you're doing something right by giving yourself a second to breathe. At this point, is there anything else you need to do, or are you gonna go to sleep?
No, I think I'll go up to the deck and then I'll go to sleep. But thank you. Obviously, I hope you'll keep this between you and me.
Of course.
Thank you, Lucius. Good night.
Okay, so Lucius is going to go to the third deck where his cot is, and you go to the top deck. Is that correct?
Yeah, just to kind of like look out for a bit, and
I
then
swear to
I'll go
God.
back to bed right after that. We don't need to do a whole thing.
All right. You are you gonna look out like on the top deck?
Yeah, just kind of looking
Roll
out.
me a perception check.
Swear to God, if you
Is that
die
just-
too, I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's a 4.
4?
Yeah,
So I get 4
All right.
total.
with
Perception?
perception, and I don't have anything.
Yeah, no, it's a plus 0. It's a
Just a
4.
4. Okay.
So
it's a little hazy over the water
Swear to
Okay.
God, if you die
as the
too.
moon is out, and you hear a faint song, but it's not a song that you recognize, so you don't really care. You're like,
Okay.
I don't know this one. There's out in the deep water. There's a very faint glow, almost like Aurora Borealis, but upside down because it's under.
yeah.
But yeah, none of this really means a whole lot to you.
Just kind of a pretty sight,
A little bit, yeah.
a little bit.
You're not even concerned about the fact that, you just learned that you're not supposed to be up there?
Yeah, no. I
Okay.
mean, I roll.
Anton's a dog, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. I'm chilling. I'm looking at that, and I'm going, oh,
That's
nice.
nice.
That's nice.
All right.
And then off to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning.
Everyone roll me a d20 with no modifier.
19.
Oh, man.
19.
11.
11,
Also
okay.
19.
19. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay, so Anton, we're gonna start with you.
Okay.
You have a dream that you are in your old home. You are looking around for the stone that you usually use to sharpen your blades, and you cannot find it. This begins as a nightmare because this stone meant a lot to you. It was the symbol of you and your job, which was essentially your livelihood. But as the dream goes on, it becomes less of a nightmare and more of a relief that you cannot find the stone that you use to sharpen your blades. That's going to be it for your dream. Zelb, you think of everything that has happened to you in the past week, and your exhaustion is caught up to you in the form of a dream. You are being surrounded by monsters of sorts that you've almost never seen. Some of them are the mushroom-infected monsters that you've seen, and some of them are just, abominations. The man who crawled out from the inside of another one, the elven-looking man, shows his face to you and grins. And in this nightmare, you reach for your trusty saxophone, and out comes the most beautiful song that you have ever heard. It's a song that you've never played, you've never heard. You are making it up in this dream as you go. That's it for your dream.
Okay.
And a red gun. For your dream, you have the same one that you have every night. A visage of a dark black brick tower in the middle of a field. Just kind of stands there. And although it's not a person, it doesn't have any human qualities. You look at it and you understand that as you are seeing it, it's seeing you, and it hates you. there's a rumbling in the air, almost a static feeling vibration between you and this tower, and it gets larger and larger as you can't tell if the building itself is getting bigger or if you're just getting closer. And this feeling should feel truly terrible, but you feel just fine. And that is going to be it for yours dreams.
Cool.
Now, Anton, you feel a slight shove on your shoulder as you feel the boat kind of slowing down in the water. Lucius has come to wake you up earlier than the other two.
At this point, I'm going to kind of get all my stuff, especially my sword. I'm going to kind of pack that up. And I'm going to leave behind some things that's just non-necessity items.
Yep.
And I'm going to kind of rip off a banana peel, shove it back in my mouth, and just kind of like nod at him, kind of implying like it's time.
Okay. As the boat docks gently so that the other two don't wake up, Lucius takes you out to the top deck and leads you down to the port.
I'm going to turn to Lucius and I go, so, you said you were married?
Yeah. She's actually just on the bottom deck.
How long?
I feel pretty bad not remembering, but you know, it's been a while.
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of put my hand on his shoulder and just kind of go, don't lose her, kind of thing.
Oh.
And, you know, I can see you're a good guy, and don't do something stupid and throw away your life like I did, and take care of the other two. Make sure they know I don't want to make that harder for them, but I just can't do it. And I'll kind of just pat him on the shoulder, kind of like and kind of a smile and say, time to go. And I'll kind of head off kind of in a, this is my kind of home here, so I kind of am heading towards a very specific place. And I'm kind of just going there in my own thoughts, kind of thinking back on the kind of this rebel company that was part of the military company, and kind of the whole wars and battles that I kind of fought in. And as I think about that, I kind of just regret ever being in them in the first place, and kind of encouraging this leader of the company to continue fighting. And I'm going to keep going off.
All right. And as you walk away, you feel a small weight in your pocket that you don't remember placing there. But as you take it out, you look and you see a red medallion with a heart crudely carved into it. And as you look back one last time, Lucius is heading back to the ship. Which now leads me to you two. You get woken up by Lucius. And you have docked at the port of Ennicone.
I need to process that.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Jeez.
So yeah,
I'm still on the ship, guys. What are you talking about?
Good lord.
So
I'm a deep
were we all
sleeper.
bunking in kind of the same area? I know at least the two of us were.
So we've noticed that he's gone pretty
yeah.
quickly.
I think he was a couple bunks away from you guys.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna get up and I can start kind of like packing my stuff. Like I didn't really unpack, but I set some things down. Putting the holster back on, put the hat on. Typical cowboy getting ready to leave things. And I kind of still a little groggy, but that's still the best sleep that I've had in quite some time.
I love sleeping on boats, just above table. I really do.
So it's like it'll take me a moment, and I'm like, I see that Anton's bunk is empty, and so there's some stuff. So I just assumed that Anton's gotten up and already gotten ready for the day.
Just above deck.
Maybe
He's
back
waiting.
back on the top of the ship, back getting some food, something like that. Don't think too much of it at first.
Mhm. Yep. I mean, I I'd kind of think that my character didn't really unpack much because he doesn't have much to begin with. It just, you know, his saxophone that he has with him all the time. And he just kind of curls up into a ball. He did. Oh, last night. Clarify. Like, he curled up into a ball. There really wasn't much else that he did, so he just kind of gets up, grabs his saxophone, and he just kind of, and then it's good.
Like a cat.
Then I'm good. So I was like, all right. So you want to go find a third? Probably should.
Yeah, you want to head up topside and see Vanton's up there waiting for us?
I do want to try to meet the captain too before we go, if that's possible. I do think that would be something we could do. Maybe we have to ask.
Yeah, it's still a possibility.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys get out of bed and get ready, you gear up to meet the other captains of the Servant's Heart, which is where we will end this section. What is that? All right. And we're back. And we are docked at the port of Ennicone. Anton has left us for the foreseeable future. And Zelb and Hared Gun are on the top deck of the Servant's Heart, the ship that they have been sailing on.
Cool.
With Lucius.
With Lucius, okay. So are we going to meet this captain?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to see who the true captain of the Serpent's Heart
We're
is.
all captains here.
Yes,
Be
but as we
polite.
know now, there is a true captain,
There
and
is a
seeing as though
captain.
this whole experience has been a little bit suspicious, I'd like to at least know what the true leadership around here is going on.
Okay.
At this point, I look over and realize that Lucius is standing, like, just out of my peripheral vision, and very quickly shut my mouth.
Yeah, I don't mind. You know, a lot of people have doubted us, so I really don't mind. I can go and try and wake up the captain. But
All right. Cool. Take your time.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go give you guys a minute.
Okay.
All right, and Lucius trots off on his little hooves. He does like a skip walk, by the way, always.
Should we go up to the top deck? Because
You guys are on the top deck.
Oh, okay.
The captain's quarters is a room at the back of the top deck.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna like look over just look out to the continent, somewhere that I haven't been in a while now, and kind of, I guess, reflect on everything that's happened so far.
Yeah. You doing okay?
You know, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I'm ready to answer that question.
That's okay. I'm in the same boat.
Everything.
I get it.
Wasn't intentional, but now it is.
You know,
Anyway.
with everything that's been happening, I mean, so much in just the last day alone. You got kidnapped somehow. There was a jester who was named Harold, and also a herald for the king.
Forgot about Harold,
I mean,
honestly.
Everything going on for this what we thought would be short quest to just clear out, a basement. And now we're all consistently throwing our lives on the line for what? I mean, I don't really know how I ended up in this situation.
I'm always needing money. I don't have a whole lot. So whenever there's a chance to get something, I usually take it. So, I mean, I kind of get what you mean, but I haven't felt this alive in a long time. All I do is, I enjoy playing my songs. I do. I feel like I'm actually, like, useful right now. And, it's nice. I know that I'm still processing the fact that a friend is dead, but I don't know, I feel like they'd want us to continue. I mean, is that not what they said?
You know, between you and me, where I'm from, I was a lot like you. I'd walk into town and people would know my name. They wouldn't know me, but they would know my name. People everywhere celebrated me for the things that I did, and I wasn't ever proud of it. Sure, it turned to quick buck most of the time. Yeah, a lot of times I'd save the day, but truly, I was still hurting people. And for the people that I did care about, that didn't save them. You know, we got hired by the king to make what I thought was going to be just another quick buck, just another hero story, but I don't think I'm doing this for the king anymore.
No, this is a lot bigger now.
I think for the first time, I might be doing something for me, for us, for you,
For me?
for Avery,
Oh.
for Anton, for everyone we've met along the way, whether they've made it or not. We're doing this for them.
I think this is a good path for us. I think we both kind of needed it then. It's like to show that we're good people. I think.
I feel we may have got off on the wrong foot initially, but and I'm
Yeah.
gonna like pat your 3-foot high back.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, jeez.
I think you are good people.
Oh.
Now, where the hell is Anton?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have thought he would have come up from his cabin by now. I mean, I thought
I
he
don't know.
left
I'm
already.
a little concerned.
Should we go check with Lucius, see if he
Do you
knows
think-
anything?
Lucius had anything to do with it? I don't know. He seemed a little weird.
He seems a little off.
I'm glad. Oh,
If he killed another one of our crusade party, I'm gonna have some
gonna be-
impolite words for him.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Okay, well, let's. I don't know. How long has it been since?
It's just been 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, well then.
The actual length of that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can look around for him, but I can't imagine. Like usually, he just kind of wants to be left to his own devices, and maybe he'll show up. If he doesn't, we can panic.
Fair enough.
I'll panic later because I've done a lot of that, and I don't want to do that right now.
Here's that. I'm gonna walk over to the true captain's quarters. I'm just gonna loudly bang on the door. Lucius, you in there?
Okay, Lucius is going to very quickly, quarter open the door, and be like, yeah, the captain's still sleeping. I'm trying to get him up, but he's a sleepy guy. He's got a lot going on right now.
Here, I got an idea, and I just keep banging on the door.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm stressing out and I'm trying to stop him because I don't like this. Because also I'm still thinking about the fact that the captain is not feeling well. I'm just like fixated on that. So I don't want to go in that room. I want to stay out here and meet him out here. So.
All right. Well, unfortunately for you, this guy did just bang on the door a couple times.
Of course.
And now there is a banging coming
Let
from
me in!
not the door. There's a thumping from the other half of the room. Lucius is going to look back behind him and be like, "Yep, that did the trick. He's awake." And he is.
I want to start off on good foot with this guy. Why did you have to do that?
And he is now approaching. Lucius takes a step backwards into the captain's quarters and makes room for a large hairy man. He's a dog person.
Okay.
He has brown fur, and I didn't want to say furry because that's like a totally different thing, But I guess he is also a dog person, so it would have applied. He's wearing a long red coat and a little bow thing right here. He's got a hat with a large feather on it. And
Love it.
he very visibly just woke up.
I'm gonna hide behind him because I was not any part of this. Clearly, I don't think my 3-foot self could bang that loud. So hopefully he understands that.
Okay, and he looks at you and he kind of shakes his head. His ears do that little flappy noise that's like adorable when dogs do that.
I don't say that out loud.
And his entire groggy demeanor changes, and he is incredibly delighted to see 2 new people on his ship.
Oh.
Well, hey, I'm Captain DeLejo. It's really nice to meet you guys. Lucius was just telling me about you guys, and I feel kind of bad. I told him I was just gonna go back to sleep because it's been a rough couple days for me, just mentally. Physically, I'm fine. Don't worry about infection or anything. But yeah, it's really nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
So
Rise
nice
and
to
shine,
meet you.
sleepyhead.
Glad you're
Hope you're
here.
feeling better.
Yeah, well, I am now. Yeah, how's it going? How was your guys' trip?
It was good. It was good.
Surprisingly uneventful.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? It was Canamass to Ennicone?
I
Yeah.
believe so, yeah.
After so many trips, it's all kind of blurs together.
Understandable.
Canamass to Ennicone, did you guys see the... No problem with sirens or anything, right?
Well,
we
not that I
didn't,
know of. I slept like a
but
baby,
I will
though.
say, our friend's missing.
Yeah, do you happen to know anything about that? He's old.
What do you look like?
There have been...
Wow.
That's all I can
Pretty
remember.
much old.
Old,
Old in disheveled.
old in the
There have
shovel. He
been-
looks like he's...
There have been quite a few faces to
Okay.
grace the servant's heart. Some old, some young, and you know, I didn't see you guys even bored, so I can't say that
we wanted to meet you, but we were told that you were busy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was sleeping it off.
That's all good.
Did you meet the rest of the crew? I know you met Lucius, but
Not Lucius, that's just about the
What
extent of it,
Lucius?
though.
I heard that he's married to a person he's married to on board somewhere.
oh yeah, Sulavi, you didn't meet her?
No.
Ah, he's always showing her off. That's not like him. Well, you guys also have had an eventful day.
That's true. I guess.
Maybe he
yeah,
just didn't
No, that makes
think-
sense. But
maybe you just didn't think it was appropriate timing.
maybe.
Um,
We just wanted to come around and like meet everybody, and we're gonna go into what's the place called?
Ennicone?
Ennicone.
Okay.
Whenever we get the time.
Okay. Well, you guys can meet the rest of the crew if you'd like. They're downstairs.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely, if it's as simple as switching out a couple eye patches.
All right. Dude, you have no idea. So, Captain DeLejo is going to ring a bell, and it's not going to make any noise to you guys.
Oh, cool.
He's a dog.
Dog.
Right.
It's a
Yeah,
dog.
it's not going to make any noise to you guys, but you hear some rustling coming from down below quarters, and you see the Aarakocra parrot man from the crow's nest start descending the ladder.
I wanted to meet the bird guy really bad. He
Alright.
sounded cool.
Hey
So-
there, Featherface.
Now everyone is. Do not call him Featherface.
That is
Above
like-
table, do not call him Featherface.
I feel like that might be.
I'll
Like,
do what I want.
That is a slur.
That's a slur. That's like that feels racist. Don't do that.
Anyway, moving past that, trying to move past it.
Trying. Failing
Now
to
there
pass it.
are three more faces on
Cool.
top deck with you guys. You already know Lucius. He's kind of standing behind the door that Captain DeLejo just came out. But now there are three other faces. There is a very tall, very buff orc woman. She is holding a all right. She is holding a book, and there is a feathered quill behind her ear, tucked sort of precariously. On her back, she has a giant axe in a sling, but it looks like it hasn't been used in a minute. Standing next to her is a very pale elvish-looking woman with her eyes completely blindfolded. She wears a bicorned hat, and in one hand, she carries a large pick, a metal pick. And in the other hand, there is no other hand. She's missing half of her arm.
I love that for her. I don't actually. But then,
That's
yeah.
unfortunate.
On her waist is a bag of a like sort of drawstring bag of just random metals, and you hear clinking coming from it. And then as far as the parrot goes, it's just like if a parrot was a guy.
All right.
He's wearing clothes though. I should say that because
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people, like if a bird was a person, probably would, like regular show. You know how Mordecai, he doesn't wear any clothes.
Yeah.
That's messed up, right?
Yeah, no, because that doesn't. I don't watch that show, but I'm sure it doesn't. Everyone else.
I think Margaret wears clothes, and she's also a bird.
Huh. So he's doing that by choice.
Yeah, that guy's a freak.
All right. Okay. So they just stand in front of us.
Yeah, they're just kind of waiting to be introduced.
Okay. I'm gonna look at
So
Delano,
which one are you gonna? You're talking to the orc woman first.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. All right. Here she is. I don't know if the camera can really see it. Here she is. She's a little tiny. You can have
Aw.
her. So this is yeah.
Pass it to him. Show him.
There you go. She sort of clears her throat and stands up as straight as she can. She extends an arm and has one other behind her back. She is very polite. And I should notice she doesn't have it behind her back in like a suspicious way, as in like I'm reaching for the giant axe on my back.
I hope not.
She has it sort of just curtly behind her back, and she reaches very far down to shake your hand.
I'm like,
Yeah, she is maybe triple Zelb's height.
jeez.
And
Can I like pick Zelb up?
Hi.
yeah.
So you can be eye to eye.
Don't do that. I'd get offended.
This is my son.
But yeah, she shakes your hand very gently as she feels like, you know, she could break you.
Yeah, she could.
And then her red gun, she bends down a little less, but also very gently shakes your hand.
What's her name?
The pale elvish looking woman. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say this. Next to her, the blindfolded one says, "This is Palmaru. She doesn't talk very much."
Cool.
And in her book, she writes the word. She takes the quill from her ear and just writes "hello,"
Hi.
and shows it to them.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
She nods and smiles. Although it's sort of difficult for orcs to smile, they have the kind of the underbite jaw with the almost
teeth.
tusk-looking
Yeah.
teeth coming up. So it's sort of strained, but you can tell that there is genuine happiness in this somewhat strained expression. Yeah. So that's Palmaru. She doesn't talk very much. And then the elvish-looking woman sets down her pick and extends the one hand that she has, which is her left hand, and introduces herself as Sulavi.
Can you spell it?
Sulavie.
Cool.
And Palmaru is Palmaru.
I got it right. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
I want to know who is. Oh my God.
You
what's
want to know
his name
about the
again?
bird guy?
I want to know who Lucius's wife is.
Oh, that's Sulavi, the blindfolded one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So she's the pale elvish. Or is that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's two different.
Yes.
Pale elvish-looking woman.
Wife of-
I got it.
Nailed it.
I'm so proud.
Lucius. Okay. I want to know about the parrot guy in close.
The
His name is Mr. Parrot with clothes on.
yeah, the parrot. His name is Mileho, and he introduces himself with a voice that I'm not gonna attempt to do a parrot voice, but with a very high shrill voice, he introduces himself as Mileho and extends his left arm as well.
Hello.
Yeah, like that. Perfect. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay. How do you spell it?
It's the same as Dileho, but with an M at the beginning instead of a D.
Don't know if I spelled it right.
Oh, D-I-L-E, or no, M-I-L-E-J-O.
Nice to meet
Another one's D-I-L-G-E-J-O.
Mhm.
I got it right. Oh, I'm so good.
Yep.
I'll put the bird
That
down
sounded
now.
so like painful for you to say. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just excited to introduce you guys. So anyway, the crew kind of stands here, happy to see you guys. They and Sulavi looks and says, "It's a pleasure to finally be acquainted with you all. It's not always, we aren't accustomed to having visitors. We used to have a lot more than we do now, but and of course with the customs going from continent to continent to continent, we never know how polite or how what being polite means to people. So we typically just just stay below deck and everything's fine. But I'm happy that you guys actually wanted to meet us. That's a very nice breath of fresh air for us. And the other two, smile and nod.
Okay. Well, my name is Zub Silverpants. It's very lovely to be on board your ship. It's very nice. It's a very lovely time. A very nice ship.
Thank you. We really try to take good care of it.
Yeah.
I'm all like, tip my hat, her a gun. Nice to meet your all acquaintance.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance as well. And Milejo, the parrot, is going to squawk and say, nice to make your acquaintances as well.
As well.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to do now. I'm not good at introductions.
Yeah. And so Captain Dilejo is going to say, well, now that you're part of the crew, should we wait here for when you guys are done at Ennicone? I mean, we could take a few days break. We've been sailing for a while. And
sure.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh my god.
Every time.
I should have brought you my eye patch. I have one. It's not even on your eye.
So Captain Dilejo is going to say, are you going to stay here for whenever you need to leave? We'd be very happy to keep watch here for you.
I wouldn't mind having a way to traverse the continents.
Stay, that'd be wait for us. That'd be so amazing.
Of course.
Because we got some continents to visit, so it'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Also, I'd love to just get to know you guys more.
Now, I heard word that you all were on this vessel looking for the keys to the center of the world. Do you happen to have any leads on that here?
I mean, all we really know is that there's one in every continent, and if I had to guess, there's a scary wizard tower, so scary wizard tower is probably a safe bet, but no guarantees. Okay. It's all surprises with scary wizard towers, as I'm sure you guys know, because you're seasoned adventurers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, it'd be lovely for you to stay and hang out. I'm sure if you guys need the rest. What? Okay.
I forgot to do this for Sulavi, the blindfolded one.
I
couldn't get both at once. Oh, I could just lower it. Anyway, Sulavi is going to, she smiles at you and says, well, we're very happy to have you. Is there anything that we can get for you for the next time that you guys are gonna come back, or?
And honestly, it was nice just to have stocked up on food and supplies. And
it was nice to come back to
honestly,
something to eat. Honestly, in a bed.
One of the surprisingly most comfortable beds I have slept in quite some time. You get that at a mattress firm or something. That was stellar.
That was incredible.
No, it was just pillows that Palmaru fluffed, and the large orcish woman is gonna give like a thumbs up.
Well, you killed it. Those pillows were expertly fluffed.
She sort of has a small twinge of a frown at the term "killed it," but then goes back to smiling as she remembers what you are truly trying to say. But before you guys go, Sulavi is going to reach into her bag and pull out several Enniconian coins, and these are specific to Ennicone. They don't have much value anywhere else, but these can be used here for commerce or whatever, what have you.
Okay. I have to remember I have those.
Yep.
And with that, the other members of the crew are going to go back to their positions. Milejo is going to climb the crow's nest again, and Sylvie and Palmaru are going back downstairs. Lucius and Dilejo are still here if you have any more questions, but other than that, you can just do whatever you need to do.
I greatly appreciate your offer to stick around port. Is there any way that we can signal to you in advance if we need to get the ship ready in any kind of emergency? Not that I expect that we'll find one, but it's always good to be prepared.
Yeah, I know Lucius told me he gave one of his tokens away, but here. And from under his hat, he's going to pull out a red coin with a crudely carved heart in it. He said, toss us into any body of water, and we'll know that you need us. We'll move the ship around to you.
Sounds like a plan to me. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Before we, get headed, we'll probably be here in Ennicone for a couple of days. Do you happen to know of any particularly dark, scary wizard towers and what direction they might be in?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's the dark, scary wizard tower. Everyone knows the dark, scary wizard tower.
Yeah, I get the feeling I might know it too.
All right. There's, that's okay. People know things. People go places. I wouldn't go there and know anything about that because it's a dark, scary wizard tower. But I'm sure there are some people you can ask. There's some guides. I know that people are pretty hospitable around these parts. So,
good.
Yeah.
That's a nice change of pace after being attacked and hunted.
Yeah,
for a while.
Fill you in on our little adventure. We've had essentially 6 or 7 days consecutively of being attacked or killed or losing party members and various other horrific activities. Speaking of, we seem to be missing one of the few remaining members of our little posse here. So, thank you very much for your hospitality. We'll see you in a couple of days.
If if you see him, just tell him that we're headed to the big scary wizard tower, I guess.
You got it.
We'll probably see him again soon.
And just between us, Anton's a little, so if he tries to leave without us, just give us a message of some kind. Send a crow.
Old.
I'll remember that for next time.
All right, let's go.
All right, and so you exit the ship and are now onto the port of Ennicone. Roll me perception. And I can take this off.
You didn't like wearing that?
Oh, no, it was a blast.
I got an unnatural stinky 20.
Okay, all right.
I got a 9.
Disgusting 20. What'd you get?
Disgusting. I got a 9.
Absolutely
9? Okay. So now that you see everything, because for some reason somebody rolls a 20 on every perception roll.
Listen,
Apparently.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, I'm not blaming you guys. I just
And
think
also,
it's
it wasn't
cool.
a nat 20, so in our defense, it has not been a nat 20 yet.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
But it's still 20.
The ports of Ennicone are bustling. There are some other ships. The Servant's Heart is it's the biggest one. That thing is giant. But if you remember, people aren't going to see it that way. You've been let in on the illusion, but there's an illusion present that the Servant's Heart is just a little dingy steamboat type, or not steamboat, but like tugboat type thing.
Right.
And so you look around there. There's lots of big ships. There is a ship that looks like it's taken some cannon fire, and on it is a picture of paintings of a red fish going in and out of the current. Then on the other side of the port, there is a ship with a large black and white bird on the hull. And you hear some arguments between people, just some settlements between supplies. But overall, it's a pretty normal seaport, and you guys have seen seaports. There's a tavern up at the top of the hill that leads to the seaport from the mainland, and there's a lighthouse.
Cool.
I'm gonna kind of point your attention towards the tavern and just say, if I know anything about adventures, usually we should start at the tavern.
Yeah, probably. All right. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
We're gonna make
So
it to the
you
tavern.
guys make your way into the tavern, and you enter.
Okay.
You are now in the main town side of Ennicone, and we will learn more about Ennicone and this tavern specifically after the break. Howdy, welcome back. The gang is now in the port town of Ennicone, and they have just entered a tavern.
Exciting.
Well, the gang excluding Anton.
That's not exciting.
Anton's doing his own thing.
It's like
Excited
8
to sleep.
o'clock on what I assume is probably like a Tuesday morning, right?
Yeah, it's the morning. You guys just woke up. And,
Cool.
and-
I'm gonna order a drink.
Well, that's what everyone else is doing here. I should say it is a packed house.
Is it always this packed?
No, this is light. This is a morning. This is like a Tuesday morning.
Okay.
Every seat is full, but nobody's
I wanna
standing,
know-
and people are usually standing.
I want to see what it's like when it's like 10 p.m.
Yeah, we can stick around and find out.
Yeah, we're just gonna not go to the Scary Wizard Tower. We're just gonna stay here.
Yeah. Okay, given the choice between Scary Wizard Tower and getting drunk at a packed bar, I'm willing to take the bar.
I understand that, but are you saying that just to avoid going to the Scary Wizard Tower? Because
Yes. What do you mean? Of course I'm saying that to avoid the Scary Wizard Tower.
All right, well, you can have a drink. I'm gonna hold off on that. Do I have to pay for a water again?
Oh no, the people here are much nicer than they are in Canamas.
Okay, I just want a water.
Just a water?
Yep.
All right, so there's a there's a keg. The bartender smiles, gives you a a cup full of water, hands it your way. And for you,
what's your lightest alcoholic beverage?
lightest?
Yeah, I got a long day. I just needed a little bit. I just need to take a little edge off, not a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a bottle of moonshine with 4 X's on it.
All right, I'll take one of those.
One of them?
I'm not gonna be able to. If you get wasted, I can't carry you. Not because I'm like
I'll
weak.
figure
It's just
something
because
out.
I am like half of your height, at best.
I'll figure something out.
'Cause your character's like 6'4" or something, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm half of you, maybe less.
I told you, just a little edge.
So, what brings you into town for a light drink?
Lost some good people and seen a lot of terrible things in the last couple of days. Just got off a boat, finally got the first sleep in a couple of months, and I figured, why not round off the day, make it go as well as it possibly can by getting a little booze in me. Now, here's the main reason that I want to stop by here is we're looking for some fancy wizard tower, and I have an idea that I know roughly where it is, but I was hoping that maybe someone would be able to point us in its general direction.
We've been told that it's just the Wizard Tower from everyone that we've asked. So.
And it's just the two of you.
Yep.
And the two of you share the death wish that you got.
Yep.
I mean, something like that.
Because if you want to go to the Scary Wizard Tower, you're done. You're not getting there.
Well,
you're not even
Yeah, I've
getting
heard
close.
conflicting reports on
I've been, I've signed a lot of death wishes the past few days at this point. So far,
We're in deep
I'm
enough.
still here. So I'm gonna take my chances.
Fair enough. Well, I don't know anyone who's going to be willing to take you out there unless you got a ton of money.
I don't
Like
really,
a ton.
I don't really need to have a guy that could just use,
Just,
like a
tell
point
me.
in the general
Point me
direction.
there. We can make it there ourselves.
That would be unwise.
Okay.
Okay. Why?
People get even, a mile's radius and suddenly something happens. Sometimes it's lightning, sometimes it's fire. One time there was like a spectral dragon that just ate a guy, and then he didn't even get digested or anything. It was strange because how could an illusion of a dragon eat somebody? Where does he go? Doesn't matter though.
Okay.
There was one guy I ever met who I think would be brave enough to guide you there, but he's not around anymore.
I wonder who that could be.
Well, you say he's not around anymore.
Is he like
What happened to
dead
him?
or something?
No, I don't believe he's dead. He just, he left. I think he got caught up in some things. It was, some civil uprisings a couple years ago, and I think he may
Civil uprisings.
have left in the chaos.
That's fair.
Interesting.
That's understandable.
Well, and I'll put some money on the counter. If I could get that drink now, I'd greatly appreciate your tip.
Of course. He's gonna, he gives you the drink, the 4X moonshine, and he leans in and says, "You sure it was just the two of you? Because it was there's some rumblings about someone coming into town, someone important."
Something important. Well,
I mean, we lost an old guy earlier this morning, if you've seen him around, but
I don't know how important he
I'm
is.
not how important,
Yeah, well, I think we may have just been talking about the same old guy.
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Have you seen him?
Well, and I'm going to
He hasn't passed through here. He used to be a regular. He's
gonna
going to
pull-
point to a portrait on the wall, a picture of your good friend Anton. Right under it, or right on top of it, it says drinking competition record, and then whatever year, and then under it says, "Do not serve."
Oh, okay.
I'm
that's definitely
gonna
him.
pull Zelma aside from the main conversation and be like, I suppose maybe we should ask more about our compatriots.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we know nothing about him. I know that he moved bodies once or twice. That's about it.
He's old. That's the only description I can think to describe him as. And I don't even think he's even that old. He's what, like 40 something?
How old are you?
It's like 45.
Yeah.
He's
So
not
you're
that old.
middle aged. You're not that old.
Anyway, upon pointing to the portrait, the bartender goes, "That's the guy. That's the only one brave enough, strong enough, courageous enough to get you to the Wizard Tower." But
Super crazy.
yeah,
If he
I
was-
haven't seen him around. I heard rumblings that he was coming back into town. Though I did hear those rumblings from a source that I don't
A
love
source?
Not the most
associating with.
trustworthy.
What source? Was it like drug people?
No, it was the marshal's office.
Marshall.
Marshall.
Yeah, it was the marshal's office. They
Who's
said
the
they picked him up earlier.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
feel
okay.
like I get the gist here. Zilb, I do believe we may want to get heading out before it gets too late in the day.
I'm sure, but you need to finish your drink. Well, do you? Can you carry it around?
I was just gonna leave it on the table.
Yeah, no, you are not allowed
I'm
to
now-
take. There's no to-go box for this.
I'm now fully distracted by the fact that Anton is
I'm just gonna
apparently somewhat of an
water.
icon in this town, and I have to admit that I am just a little envious.
Okay. So
Alright.
you stand up to leave, but the saloon doors are blown wide open, and there's a silhouette of a person standing in the doorway. I think this is this is maybe the third time this has happened, and it has never been you. It has never been you kicking open the saloon doors like a badass and standing there like a silhouette.
No, didn't
But,
like you the first time.
A man steps in. He's around average height. He's probably 5'7", 5'8", and
Oh.
he wears a long duster. He has 2 guns on a belt.
Are you okay over there?
And
You
he
seem
looks at the
distressed.
2 of you.
Looked at us.
Yeah.
Why?
I get the feeling we're about to meet the marshal.
Yeah. Word travels fast around here. Are you the 2 that have associated with one Anton Burmouth?
Yeah, that'd be us.
Yeah.
What'd he do?
Well,
Is he like a war criminal or something?
war criminals only come from losing sides, and
Okay.
let's just say that with him, he was not on the losing side.
All right.
But we've had no choice but to take him in. I'll guide you to him.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's go see what Anton's in for.
All right.
All right. So, are you following him like happily, like you're just ready to ready to go with him?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm happy to follow him, but
I'm happy to.
I don't.
I'm happy to see my friend again.
Yeah, I don't really know what else
See my friend.
to do. Like, if they say they've got Anton in custody, like, I feel pretty inclined to go.
Don't you respect like authority anyway?
Yeah.
You're like a follow the law, like hard
Yeah.
kind of guy. So you'd be
I
more
don't know
than
about
like willing.
hard, but I certainly follow it to an extent. what is that face from the DM?
What do okay.
That wasn't funny.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
So
All right.
okay.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
follow him.
I'm not like thrilled, but I'm like, oh, I get to see Anton again. I was wondering where he was. Is he okay? Like, I'm kind of concerned, but like, I'm.
So the marshal heads out on his way, just having the faith that you guys are going to follow him. People don't typically disobey him, so he's pretty sure that you guys are behind him. And as his spurs jangle down the dirt path, he walks a few doors down to the county jail.
Huh. All right. I don't know. What,
Okay, so
what-
are you guys
Yeah.
going to follow him inside?
I at the very least will, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if asking for a perception check is necessary, but I can. Will it?
Yeah, I mean, you can go ahead.
Okay. I'm skewing. I don't
Should I
trust
roll as
authority.
well?
Oh, I'm not seeing much. I have a 10. I got a 10. So,
Ooh, that's rough.
so we're not seeing anything.
4?
Yeah, so you guys enter the police station, the marshal's office, and he gestures for you guys to have a seat on a bench.
Okay.
Now,
I feel like jump up onto it.
Yeah, sure.
And my feet are swinging.
Now, I think you should have a seat. This might not be easy news for you, especially if you guys are close friends.
Is he dead?
I mean, about as close as you can get after a week.
True.
I don't know if Anton Bearmouth is killable, so that's not something you got to worry about.
Okay.
But as you guys take the seat.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys take the seat on this bench, he closes the leaden prison bar door behind you. You have just willingly taken seat in a prison cell.
Yeah, because you
couldn't see anything.
Man, that's rough.
And
sucks, man. Okay.
from the other side of the bars, the marshal stares at you sternly. Now, I know, I'm not usually one to play tricks, but it seems like this is...
you did kind of just walk in, so...
Yeah, well, this seemed like maybe the only way I'd get you guys to have this conversation with me.
Okay.
See, Anton's a bit of a celebrity around here for some of the right reasons and some of the wrong ones. He
okay.
did a lot of things in his day, and retirement is nice. It's a little vacation, but for him it was avoiding consequence. So we don't like that too much. But there's of course ways to reparations that he can pay for us. It's just that you lot are gonna have to help him along and help us along as people. You see, as soon as you walked in, we got word from Port Authority that you had something of interest around your belt. He's gonna gesture to the key that you have been carrying.
And I'm gonna instinctively, not cover it necessarily, but grab it to make sure that nothing can take it.
Oh, don't worry about that. If I wanted it, I'd have it by now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's the thing is, that question for me. I'm a lawman. I can't leave here, but I must say I've seen what that mushroom stuff can do. Yeah. It's everywhere. It's gotten good people, gotten bad people, and that's even scarier because when they come back, they are vicious. No problem for me, of course, but it's a terrible thing, isn't it? Anyway, I'd like for you guys to go and fetch the key of Ennicone. The problem is, of course, nobody knows where it's at. However, you may have been able to tell we have a guess. Any offers? You guys have a guess? Any thoughts on where this key could be?
I got a couple ideas.
All right, shoot.
I'm assuming you've heard of the Dark Wizard Tower. Everyone around here seems to know of the Dark Wizard Tower. I didn't realize it had that much notoriety, but...
Yeah, yep, there it is. Bingo, right on the money. Dark, scary Wizard Tower. We assume that it's there, and because, where else could we assume that it's at?
Right.
But I'm sure you've also heard some of the local lore about that tower and about what happens to people who try and get near it.
Yeah.
Seems like the mage who took residence there for a couple years set up some kind of security defense system with the spells that he was cooking up. He was a weird dude. I never personally met him, but if I did, I would have him in a coffin because that dude was a character.
Certainly sounds like trouble.
Yeah. Well.
Should know what we're going up against, I guess.
Yeah. Some say that he's not even in the tower anymore. It's just stuff that he's set up and it's still working, spells still firing off, people still getting struck by lightning on sunny, cloud-free days, but we can't be too sure. And as I was saying, it wouldn't be responsible of me as a lawman, a person who cares about his people, to send someone who, I do not know what feats you may have in your past. It'd be irresponsible for me to just send you to the tower, or in other words, to your death.
Okay, so we're paying off Anton's debt by going to the tower and coming back alive?
Well, overall that would be what you've got going on, but it's less about Anton and more about every other person to ever set foot in Ennicone. I want you to get the key. I want you guys to figure out what's going on, because this infection spreading, it's looking like doom is at our doorstep, and if you stop the infection from spreading from the middle of the planet, doom stops knocking.
Yeah.
Any chance you'd be able to provide us with any real evidence that Anton is in fact somewhere here in this facility being locked up?
Yeah, I suppose I could just show you to his cell.
that would be greatly appreciated considering the circumstances. Frankly, I know you're a lawman, and I know you claim that you have the highest respect for the law, but so far you've shown us nothing but trickery, and I'm inclined to not inherently believe you.
Well, I suppose that's fair enough. So he's gonna open the door and he's gonna lead you down the hallway. At the end of the hallway, there is.
That conversation. Like I tell you, I was like, I don't think we need to be in a cell for that conversation. I think that was a little bit over.
No, absolutely, we did not.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the marshal is going to lead you down the hallway, and he's going to look very, very protective of the rest of the building. He's going to have a hand on one of the guns on his hips as he leads you down the hallway and opens a door to a very cushy-looking prison cell.
Okay.
There's a full bed and a window that has a perfect view of a forested, gorgeous area. There is a plate of gourmet food, and in this cell sits none other than Anton.
Why is it?
I'm gonna kind of sigh as I see you guys and just go, "Gun, tell me you brought me a drink." And I'm gonna kind of like lean my head over to like, the bars as if I can sip through it.
I wish.
Fortunately for you, I left the only drink that I've had today at the bar to come and rescue you, because the marshal here claimed that we needed to come and visit you.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see you here, that's for sure.
Yeah, why did you go? Where did you go? Why'd you leave? We were all gonna go here together, so what was the point?
Well, at the end of the day, the goal was to get as far away as I could. But
Didn't get very far.
yeah, after 4 taverns turned me away, I started to realize I might not get very far. But
I apologize. I mean, of course, you're a local legend and one of my personal heroes, but the law has its limits of what I can and cannot do, and unfortunately, you have a list of warrants for you that I haven't even been able to fully read through. I just haven't had the time.
yeah, I guess. Well, I guess you guys know why I left Toucan Moss in the first place. And that's precisely why I needed to leave. I've lived through my quest here, and quite frankly, all this business with the wizard tower and the keys in the center of the world, and that's not for me. I'm ready to just see an old friend here and live out my life, but clearly it's gonna turn out a little different than I thought. But
Yeah, I mean, if there's.
I'm gonna get like up close to the bars and like sneering at you. Like I'm pretty upset. Like
yeah,
after everything that we've been through, you telling me you're really trying to run now? We just yesterday lost one of our companions, and now you're trying to abandon ship too?
nobody asked me if I wanted to be here.
No, but you think anybody asked the 2 of us as well? You think anybody asked Avery if they wanted to be here?
This world has taken enough from me.
Well, at this point, if we don't figure out how to keep it from spreading, there's not going to be any world left for you to settle down in.
Frankly, I've lost the only person in this world I care about. With them gone, the rest of it can burn too.
Do you think that's what that person would have wanted for you?
I'm gonna kind of just scoot back away from the bars and just kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
nod
go.
and
You
fall back.
Don't speak of people you don't know. And then at that point, I'm gonna, not looking at you, just kind of like looking down, and then kind of looking out the window, just go, Marshall, I think I've had quite enough time with this reunion. I think I'm ready to be alone once again.
Well, unfortunately, you've still got a debt to pay off, and I'll take the hands of the law off your neck as soon as that debt is paid off. But as it stands right now, I'm afraid that your retirement's gonna have to wait. However, that's me speaking as a lawman, as a person, as a citizen of Ennicone that was alive before the revolution and has lived after. The debt is owed to you. Once you leave my station, then that'll be momentarily. You can do whatever you need to do. But I will tell you that, as it did so many years ago, Ennicone needs you. The two of you, I'm sure you'd be able to help as well, but the thing is, Anton, I know you can do this by yourself. The two of you, there's going to be a little extra obstacle that I'm going to need to put all you through before I can send you to the tower to get the key. And I know that at least you two will take my warning and do as I say. But Anton, really, I beg you, as the voice of this entire continent, once more for your help. There's been some disputes after you left. Some political groups kind of split off into other groups, and those groups split off into other groups, and there was revolutions and uprisings and then mergers, and essentially there's two groups of people that control the entire underground economy of Ennicone. Those people have also cordoned off sections around the evil, dark, scary wizard tower. You can't get there, and quite frankly, even if you did get past them, you would still die, but you gotta get through them first. There's a train you can take to that area, but you are gonna have to get through the two rival gangs to get any real headway on this.
Sounds like it just might be a job for us.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna look to you two again and kind of say, you two truly don't know what you're getting into with this. I've taken a few over there, and nobody returned but me. It's not a fact, or it's no matter that I don't want people to survive the trip. They just don't.
Well, it's a chance we have to take, I guess.
With all due respect, you do not know the things I have been through.
I'm gonna look to the marshal and go, well, I guess this is the only choice right now. This is my duty to serve.
Well, that's good, because I did already purchase three train tickets, so that works out for me financially. I'll show you to the station, and he's gonna let you out and walk amongst your ranks. And at this time, you can notice on his face just a little bit of guilt, as he understands that there's a large task ahead of both him and you, and he hates dragging you into this, but there's no other choice.
Right. I mean, we're gonna go at somehow, somewhere. So, I mean, hey, at least we kind of know what we need to do to get there. That's nice.
Well, that's true. And when you meet the gangs, try not to pick a side, because they're choosy people. Just play the other. If you meet one of them, say that you're with them. If you meet the other, say that you hate the other. You know how it goes. The problem is, they're vicious people. But you'll be fine. He's gonna hand you each the tickets, and the train is going to pull into the station.
Okay.
When you do inevitably bump into either the Red Heron Gang or the Wild Goose Boys, give them a hello for me, and he's going to hand over a pistol the size of your entire arm from one of his holsters.
Okay. Thanks.
Of course. Safe travels.
Okay.
And he's gonna start walking away. The spurs will jangle into the dusty walkway. As are you guys gonna get on the train?
Do either of you want to take this gun? I can't. Okay. There you go.
Now you kindly tuck it into the holster behind the stick pistol.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to the marshal and just kind of ask him, does anyone still call me Three-Sword Anton? And then as soon as I say it, I'm kind of like, yeah, I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it.
Well, that's all they ever refer to you as.
I'm gonna point and I'm just gonna say, we got a long train ride. You got a story to tell.
Yeah, story to tell. It's time. It's time for us to get to know each other a little bit more, because I'm stressed and I don't like it. Figure out what's going on.
All right. And with that promise of familiar stories being told on a long and beautiful train ride through the country, gang warfare, and a dark, scary, evil wizard tower, that is where we'll end today's session. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace and love.